So it's been an awful day at work. Tension, stress, meetings. But oh, you are so looking forward to getting home. That glass of wine with that spouse or best friend that you live with. Normally they do the cooking, and you are really looking forward to this great dinner. Ah, the traffic getting home is hellish. Nothing but taillights. And finally, you pull in the driveway and you're home. Except, it turns out that the person who cooks dinner for you is gone. Oop, you forgot. They had a dinner meeting with colleagues or business partners. You are on your own. Oh, but wait. All is not lost.
Hi there. I'm Chef Rick. Tonight, I'm going to show you how to cook that meal when you come home and your partner isn't around and you are on your own. If you're like me, what you want to do is get something to eat very quickly, get a glass of wine or some drink and sit and watch the evening news, but it needs to happen right now. You don't want to screw around taking an hour and a half to prepare a nice dinner, right? So what I'm going to do is show you how to handle this situation. It's really good for those evenings when you're all by yourself. Now, you may wonder, well, who are you, Chef Rick? I've never heard of Chef Rick before. Well, see, you don't know me as a chef. But as soon as I put on the right outfit, I'm Chef Rick. Look at that. You know, you can't be a good chef without the right costume. In this case, I have the chef's hat. So that makes me the genuine item. Oh, but wait, no, there's one more thing. So, I have a chef's apron, and I got it from my friends at the Atheist Association, Freedom from Religion. And you'll notice it says, "In Chef We Trust." Get it? Well, we're going to reach down into the freezer of this magnificent refrigerator and pull out our dinner for tonight. All that meat that takes a lot of time and hassle to prepare, no siree. What we're reaching for is, ta-da! C&W frozen peas. Now, my friends, I'll tell you, this is wonderful stuff to eat when you're on your own because not only is it healthy, but it's easy to cook. Let's look at how we cook this incredible meal. Here we go. Nothing to it. There it is. We're ready to roll. Is this cool or what? So I reach over, get the fire going. Yep, we got the flames. We're all set. Now, in order to make this thing go a little bit faster, I'm simply going to put the lid on the pan. And our water will boil even faster. Okay, I can hear by the noise that this water's making. This water is boiling. It's ready to go. So, let's get our peas right in there. Now the secret here is, this is why you know that I'm really an experienced chef, is that you leave a little tiny slit. You don't put the lid completely on the pan because then it'll get too hot and it can boil over. So you leave this little slit right there, and so any excess steam and stuff will come off and you won't have a big mess to clean up on the stove. Okay, now it's been about 3 or 4 minutes. The pot is sort of boiling away. I see some steam coming out. So the first thing I'll do is test it with a fork to make sure that our frozen peas are cooked. Let's give that a shot. You just need a little, you don't need a lot of them, you know, just a forkful. They're pretty hot, so you want to blow them. Oh, just right, melts in your mouth. So our dinner is ready. Turn off the stove, and now here comes the interesting part. If you were going to eat this out of the pan, like I recommend you do, to save time and dishes, then all you would do is you drain off the water by just holding the lid like this and then just keep the peas right in the pan. But because I'm trying to impress you tonight about what a high-class operation this is, I'm actually going to drain these peas into the sink and then pour them into my fancy schmancy bowl. So here we go. Let's look at the process of draining the peas into the sink. So what we do is we take our lid off, and then we just pour them all, boom, right into the colander like that. Now, here's our lovely peas ready to go. Amazing. We shake it a little bit, get a little bit of the extra water off, and then serve them right up here in my bowl. Now, I'm not gonna use all of them because the bowl really won't hold that many. So I'll put the extra ones here in the sink, and in the event that I am not hungry to eat all of the peas, I can put these into the refrigerator. They go great at breakfast. Our peas aren't quite ready to eat yet. We have another couple of extra steps. Now, here's our bowl, and what we need is a lot of salt, a lot of butter, and a lot of sour cream. It really just knocks it right out of the park. So, here is my special sea salt shaker. A lot of salt is good. Never mind what they tell you at the doctor's office about salt. You just put a lot of that on there. Then, and this is really the cool part, is you lay on about as much butter as you can. I mean, you know, a quarter pound of butter in there wouldn't be too much, but I'll slow it down just a little bit here tonight. So I bring in my butter, and we get a good forkful of butter in that thing, and there it goes. And you watch that butter melt into those peas. I mean, this is really terrific stuff. It can't get any better than this. Oh, but wait, it can. There's one more thing that's going to make it even better. Big dollop of sour cream on there. You can use more of that too if you want, just like the butter. You know, you can't get too much fat on there. And then our peas are ready to eat. So you're probably wondering what kind of wine would go well with these frozen peas. You know, pairings, as you all know, pairings is very important. And so after doing a lot of research, what I have found is the best pairing with bird's eye petite frozen peas is a good Chardonnay. Now I know that some of you like this Rumbauer stuff, you know, woo, 40 bucks a bottle. Who can afford that? So I have a nice alternative for you. So here we are. This is Sutter Home. It comes in a nice little bottle, about good enough for one person, you know, one drink. And it's only about $1.50 a bottle. And it's a plastic bottle, you know, and it has a screw top. I was in a very fancy restaurant the other day, and this woman was telling us all about the wine that they had. And so I said to her, well, my dear, do you have Sutter Home? And she kind of smirked, and she, well, no, we don't carry Sutter Home. And I said to her, well, what do you think of Sutter Home? And she said, it's consistent. So we're going to have a nice, consistent Chardonnay to go with our frozen peas. Now, I always like my Sutter Home Chardonnay with ice. I like the ice in the glass. It keeps it chilled longer, and it dilutes it a little bit, so I'm not getting completely drunk on one glass of wine. But more importantly is I have this little bucket with ice in it to keep what's left in my bottle chilled during my dinner. I mean, screw top couldn't be easier. We fill about half a glass of our wonderful Sutter Home Chardonnay. And then, of course, the cap goes back on the bottle, and we put it in our ice bucket so that we look like the grown-ups around the table, and we have our wine also chilled in an ice bucket as we eat our marvelous dinner. So as you can see here, I've set us all up. We have this very nice setup where we've got our peas. I even have a cloth napkin. We have our ice bucket for our wine, and of course, our Sutter Home. So I think we're really in for a treat. There's just one more thing. I got to get rid of my chef's outfit so I can relax a little bit more as I'm watching the news. So off comes the hat, off comes the apron. Now, you know, if you're like me, which you may be because you watch this blog, you probably are a little bit on the left side politically, so you're probably watching Rachel Maddow on MSNBC. Now, Of course, I'm open-minded, so I do have some viewers who are more on the right, and so you may be watching Fox News. But either way, you have your wonderful meal of frozen peas, sour cream, melted butter, Chardonnay, Sutter Home. Oh, you can't go wrong. Bon appetit!
Yes, they had contacted the office to get supplies to the island.
All right. Well, I think.
Well, there you have it. A great little dinner, about 9 or 10 minutes to prepare. Good glass of Chardonnay to go with those frozen peas. And of course, our friend, Rachel Maddow. The next time you find your partner, your dinner colleague, your dinner friend out for some sort of a fancy schmancy meeting, I hope that you will think about this video, think about this Sutter Home, this wonderful, petite-sized frozen peas, 10 minutes max in time, and you can have a great time watching good old Rachel Maddow and getting a little bit looped on your glass of wine. Till next time, this is Rick. This is Chef Rick. Till next time.